Hi guys, this is Mr. Malcolm of War Gods. I'm going to be doing a recap of our MLCW AQL Division final against Division Omega. I don't usually or actually never do commentaries on recaps, but yeah, when we reached the playoffs, someone in our clan that I won't name, he challenged me to do a full commentary recap if we made the final, and yeah, didn't think much of it at the time. But now he reminded me, of course, now that we've won the championship, so now I've got to do it. Rip. No, but seriously, this was an amazing season. We didn't even start off all that well. We actually played DO in our first round match, and that was not a great match, either side. Yeah, still they kicked their ass. Their bases at 11 were really tricky, and we didn't put enough time into planning for them and just like threw attacks at them, which didn't work. So yeah, after that match, to think we would have both made the final. And the quality of both clans all through the league, that's just really good. Well, I honestly don't have a clue what I'm doing here, but I'm gonna talk about a few of the attacks we did and show the rest of our Town Hall 11 attacks in the background. I mean, I do them all, but I'm not that much of a masochist. But yeah, the whole level of the league from the playoffs on was really amazing. I think there were like 4 or 5 perfect wars altogether. We got one in our semi-final, but there was a perfect draw, and that went to a rematch, and yeah, just top level stuff from all the clans competing. And we had to be at our really best game, which we did well in the group stages, but we were not at this level, and yeah, we were looking at some results and thinking like, yeah, we really need to improve to have a shot at it. But we did. Everyone put in so much work to help get us this championship. Like, people were on half the wars, basically, at least, to help with plans, and it really does take a lot of planning. You can't just like sketch a plan and wait for someone to say, yeah, that looks good, go for it. I mean, some of these bases, especially in the final, they were really tricky, and we were staring at them for hours in some cases. The final was really crazy in itself. We had one disconnect on our second to last 12v12, and the second hit didn't get the percent we needed, and we knew Division Omega were like top notch at 12, so a real nail biter. It went down to the last hit. Well, shout outs to Chiku, Kebab, Dan and Ryan for their 6-packs 10v10, and Ari with the godly 6-pack at 11. But this was altogether really an amazing group. I don't know much about the history previously of War Gods. They were a decent clan in the past, making the MLCW semis, I think, a few seasons ago. And then they retired. I'm not sure what happened there altogether. But anyway, they restarted again like 8 months ago, and I've been in the clan since then. I got recruited off a Twitch stream. And it was a struggle in the beginning. Like, yeah, as these things go. Like, yeah, trying people out and trying to get to the level everyone wanted to be at. And the level of work the original leaders put in is really amazing. I'm like, hats off to them. Okay, I'm gonna go into some of these attacks here in more detail now. This one was by Ari, Queen Waklala. So he's using his BK to funnel at the town hall, and everything below that. Baby drag up at 9. And he rages the queen and uses the rage to get his wall breakers in, but what happens is that because of the rage, they actually get too far and open a section that they were not meant to open. we were looking at this hit and thinking, oh shit. So he's using loons here to try to trigger the black bombs, which one got, unfortunately. Yeah, at this point we were all pretty concerned that this hit was going bad. And we thought he was late on his jump because there was the danger of the queen moving up and around and hitting that trash up top. But as you can see, the jump actually worked out fine in this way. He rages the queen again, and then the clan castle is pulled. So the queen engages it, drops the poison on top of it. And the queen engages the enemy AQ, he pops his ability. And the queen moves back in and down. And yeah, this is where the jump may have had more value for the queen moving down into the base, but that's all stuff that you will never know. And as you can see, it wasn't needed at all, because this Lalo is just completely wrecking the base, even without the warden. The warden stops and doesn't do anything. I don't even think he used it in the end, I don't remember. But, oh yeah, he did. Yeah, just guess that wizard tower. And yeah, in the end, he just wrecked the base anyway. And this was really an awesome hit for a hit that looked like it was going bad. Really well done, Ari. Great hit. This next hit was pretty weird. I mean, weird. It's weird in the sense that it's a bitch hit at Town Hall 11. And we rarely see witches being used at all in this meta anymore. But this base, it's yeah, this was actually the last 11 we had. We'd been looking at this base for hours, and we just could not figure out the right plan for it. Someone had done Kill Squad Lalo, which may have worked, except the Lalo was, it could have been better. But yeah, that was not a decent hit to repeat at all. But someone looked at this base and said, yeah, why don't you just bitch it? And yeah, as you can see, that was the perfect idea for this base. It's not even the best deployment everywhere, but you never do on bitch. And all of the funneling issues this base had are just totally cleaned up by dropping these level 3 witches even on the base. And this hit went so easy, it reminds me of the Town Hall 9 days when witches would just, yeah, you could just drop them on the side basically, and once your spells are dropped, you can shut off the game and go and have a coffee. And the base is down. But good catch on the plan, on the bitch plan for this base. And down for the great hit with his level 3 witches. Yeah, this was another really weird base that we thrown around like 10 different plans for, I think. We'd actually tried to hit it with Sui on the other side and wall breaking into the AD section to get the Inferno for mass miners. That plan could have worked. Yeah, it pulled down in the end, and yeah, it was all too tricky to repeat. Yeah, and one thing we noticed on they had a lot of bases with a pretty isolated eagle, and yeah, that's normally really tricky for pathing anything into it. But someone came up with the idea to drop bats on it away from the splash, and as you can see, it didn't completely work on this base. But yeah, we had scouted these. I think we scouted this one too, and the bat value for these isolated eagles, it was just huge. And as you can see here, it didn't even matter because his ice column deployment for the bat wave is perfect. Basically, he pre-freezes that inferno. So yeah, just gonna speed up the rest of the replay as it's clear that this base was going down. Yeah, this was another really weird base where they put a lot of effort into isolating the eagle, obviously because nothing passed into it, and we'd looked at cutting off the defense on either side to get a slammer entry, but in the end, after the scout here as well, we saw the bat value, especially in this case. It's just huge. If you manage to cut off the defenses on the side that you drop the bats on, there's absolutely no problem taking out this eagle. And he put really a lot of effort into this funnel here, but as you can see, it's well worth it for this minor hit. And this hit is not something you see every day because he is using the lack of buildings on the eagle side to pass the miners. And as you can see, he doesn't funnel the 3 side at all, but he puts his heroes at the bottom with the wall wrecker and a double ice column inside. And as you can see, that eagle is just completely going down. Yeah, this hit obviously would have been more straightforward if there had been Lalo CC, but this was a brilliant way to get this clan castle down. And major work being put in by these heroes here and the ice columns. So the clan castle goes down, the miners come in from around, and the path is basically set. You see the king is just funneling, still with half of his health up, and yeah, everything just perfectly pathing back up the other side. He still has a heal left and a freeze, which he does need for this leftover wizard tower and the multi-inferno. But he gets through the last bit with almost no effort. Yeah, the queen ability still up. He's gonna pop it at this point. Oh, he missed it. I didn't remember that watching the hit live. Yep, but yeah, he didn't even need the ability. And in the end, the warden goes down too, but the leftover miners just enough to clean up the rest of the base. So great hit, and yeah, good job by Simon. Okay, so now I'm gonna show one of the 12v12 hits we had. This was really a great plan. As you can see, he planned it out as there would be too much to do a full-on queen charge. So he just uses the queen with 2 healers to get the value he can. Of course, this was all scouted and 2-star 10v12 before the hit. So knowing where everything was, it was obvious what the value was. As you can see, he wanted to get in to the base to try to take out the eagle, which didn't work with the wall breaker fail. And it's funny because I was watching this live as well as watching it in the game on stream, and everyone thought this was supposed to be a full queen charge, so they were like, rip, like the hit's done. But the queen really got everything it needed to get, as there's a hound baby dragon in the clan castle. So he sends the slammer in for the first inferno. He starts his Lalo, and this Lalo just completely overpowers the base. Drops the poison for the baby dragon, which takes it out with no issue at all. And Lalo just moving down into the rest of the base. Really no effort at all. And that queen really did her job. Look at everything he has left. Like, this is just, yeah, this base is completely wrecked. Slammer's still up. I think it was still up at the end of hit as well. Yeah, he's still got a haste left. He's still got plenty of cleanup left. None of it is needed. And that's a great hit by Noah. You know, he got a 6-pack in the semi-finals. Really great 12v12 hitter. And finally, for the last hit of the recap, this hit was done first with 99%. With the queen, I think, yeah, I think the queen did the same as she did, but the minor part was just a bit worse. But yeah, the fix on it was spot on. And as you can see, this queen walk is just getting huge value, just as nothing is really challenging her on that side. She gets the clan castle, she gets the town hall. So funneling at 230 for the miners. Yeah, we had been testing bases for things before the match, and noticing bases like we had in this style that were going down to queen walk miners. So the first thing they saw on this base was this hit, and it was really the perfect plan. See, the slammer is getting perfect value on the inferno. Eagle going down. Queen takes out the town hall. The king is still up, funneling, keeping the miners in. And at this point the base is basically already down. So great thing we managed to fix this this 99% hit with the same plan. You can see the healers left the queen, which was actually good. I don't think it would have mattered either way, but this was a good healer switch here, as it kept the miners alive through the rest of the base. And the queen still doing her thing until the very end. So another great hit, and a great war, and a great season by everyone. This is probably the last time I'm going to comment on any recaps. Yeah, hats off to the guys that managed to make these interesting, because I really don't have a clue what to say, as a lot of the stuff is pretty obvious. But anyway, yeah, great season by everyone in War Gods, and on for the next things. I'm not sure what we are going to be doing yet. We are right now in NDL Semi-Pro. We moved up there from Welter because we got some new recruits, and we needed a bigger BD. We're actually 2-0 up in our first 2 matches. But yeah, thanks to everyone for really a great season and being champions. We won the fucking league. Bye.